Friends, I have labeled this video perhaps as a controversial title. I have entitled it Lapdog Journalism. That's not entirely new with me, but I want to use that as an opener to explain some aspects of the J. Frank Norris Historical Society. The dictionary describes a lapdog as a small pet dog that loves to cuddle up in its master's lap. Using this idiom, lapdog journalism is an apt description of how the modern media handles matters of a religious nature. But unlike the proverbial real lapdog, cuddly and cute, lapdog journalism will not stand a chance in a real dog fight. Lapdog journalism never gets the story right, especially when it concerns controversial figures. And even after the death of J. Frank Norris some 60 years ago, in regard to his legacy, much distortion has been perpetuated. Norris is labeled as a gun-toting parson, and thanks to lapdog journalism, this myth is resurrected ever so often. J. Frank Norris was cozy with the KKK, a prime example of lapdog journalism. But when the Waco horror story is told, and for emphasis and as a challenge to all researchers, I want to emphasize that sentence one more time. And I do not have the opportunity this time to explain to you the story behind the Waco horror story. But if you want to do some research, you will find an eye-opener. So repeating again, when the Waco horror story is told in full, the real sordid activity of the Klan will be revealed, and the fabled account of the J. Frank Norris legacy will sound like a Sunday school picnic. That is, unless the lapdog journalists still don't get the point. Now, concerning the Chips affair, the conflicting testimony, both in the grand jury indictment and the trial itself, gives clear evidence that the assertion Norris killed an unarmed man will not stand the test of scrutiny. Lapdog journalism prefers the applause of the thrill seekers, and so the myth continues its circulation. J. Frank Norris was anti-Catholic, so they say. But let me pose this question to all who think he was anti-Catholic. Do lapdog journalists have no clue of what transpired during the Dark Ages of European history? And that period of time is not called the Dark Ages without some reason behind it. And at this moment, in the year of 212, I don't find anyone who defends the antics of that long, dark period in European history. And they do not long to return to that time period. But just like the brief reminder from the editor, and I close with this assertion, a brief reminder from the editor of the one-time great newspaper, the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, is quoted in an editorial eulogy upon the death of J. Frank Norris in 1952. And here's what the editor had to say. And by the way, that editor's son was my friend. Deep in his heart, that is, in Norris's heart, deep in his character, whatever the controversies, was the spirit of the builder. He built in beliefs, in numbers, and in stone. These monuments remain. And friends, that's a fair assessment of a man, editor of a respectable newspaper. And friends, once again, I rest my case. And I'd like to conclude this video by singing a song that reflects the ministry of J. Frank Norris, who looked forward to that grand and glorious day when the Son of Man shall appear without sin, and with a song of victory upon his lips. Listen to these words, some golden daybreak. Some glorious morning, sorrow will cease. Some glorious morning, all will be peace. Heartaches all ended, school days all done. Heaven will open, Jesus will come. Some golden daybreak, Jesus will come. Some golden daybreak, battles all won. He'll shout the victory, break through the blue. Some golden daybreak for me, for you. Jesus said, when you see all these things come to pass, look up, for your redemption draweth nigh. God bless each one. God bless the United States of America.